Hello, my name is Caede. Today I came to Higashi Chayagai, where you can enjoy Kanazawa's typical scenery. It's not a very big place, but the buildings are beautiful. This area is an important traditional building preservation district, where the streets that once flourished as a tea house district have been preserved. The tea house has its roots as a store that served tea and sweets to those who came to visit the nearby temple. Eventually, visitors were invited to go up to the tatami room in the back of the tea house, where women performed dances and shamisen music. Kanazawa has three tea house districts, Higashi, Nishi, and Kazue-machi, with rows of wooden houses that create a quiet and relaxed atmosphere. During the day, the streets are crowded with tourists, but as the sun begins to set, the sounds of taiko drums and shamisen start to drift around the neighborhood, and the atmosphere changes to that of a nighttime town. Kanazawa's tea house district was established in 1820. The tea houses had been scattered around the Kanazawa castle until then, but under the official approval of the Kaga clan, the tea houses were gathered to the east of the Asano River and west of the Saigawa River. There were about 90 tea houses lined up near what is now Higashi Chayagai at the time. However, public morals were sometimes disturbed, and tea houses were abolished for a time. But in 1867, the Kaga clan reauthorized them. Later, a tea house district was also established in Kazue-machi, and Kanazawa's tea house culture developed. In the old days, only samurai and owners of large stores were allowed access to tea houses. Even now, you can't simply enter a tea house unless you are introduced by someone special. So if you try to enter like it is a normal restaurant, you can't get in. Currently, 5 tea houses operate in this Higashi Chayagai. You must be wondering what it's like. If you are curious, try visiting the Shima and the Kaikaro, which are tea house buildings built in the Edo period and open to the public. Here, you can get a taste of tea house culture. The exact number of active geisha varies from time to time, but currently there are 34 geisha in Kanazawa's 3 tea house districts. There are 10 in the Higashi Tea House District, 15 in the Nishi District, and 9 in the Kazue-machi District. The training for a geisha begins around 9 a.m., no matter at what time they finish their work the previous night. The dance, shamisen, and the taiko lessons continue until around 3 in the afternoon. After that, they go to a hair salon, get dressed, and head to the tea house. Even when there are no appointments, they are always ready to go up to the tatami room. In the past, many people in Japan suffered from poverty, and girls were often sold to okiya, where geisha were trained to make ends meet. Nowadays, women dream of becoming geisha of their own volition, and they train themselves to become geisha. Especially in Kanazawa, you have to be 18 years old to work in places where alcohol is served. So many women either enter the profession after they graduate from high school or once get a job. When you take an evening stroll through the tea house district, you might see a geisha on her way to work. Actually, in Kanazawa, geisha are called geigi. Here is the Higashchaya building. It's a building you don't see very often, right? The window on the first floor has a lattice that protrudes toward the street. This is a style called kimusuko. Yes, as written in Chinese characters, it does look like a wooden insect cage. If you look closely, you can see that each of these lattices is trapezoid in shape, and the short side of the trapezoid faces inside the building. With this design, the outside can be seen from the inside, but it is difficult to see the inside from the outside. The privacy of the tea house is kept by an old-fashioned magic mirror. And what about this vermilion color? It is not easy to find a place where the entire cityscape has this color. This is Bengala red, so called because it came from the Bengal region of India. It is a pigment derived from natural soil that contains iron oxide, giving it a red color, and it is said to be the world's oldest paint. It has been used as a cover that protects the exterior walls of buildings because it does not fade due to ultraviolet rays and has insect repellent effect. There is a storm door on the second floor that doubles as a window. It is closed most of the time now, but every door can be fit in a box at this end. In the past, when guests came to the house, they might have enjoyed opening the windows. By the way, the fence to prevent tumbling is on the inside. In addition to the tea shops, Higashi Chayagai also has stores selling Kanazawa souvenirs. I'm going to show you some of the traditional and famous Kanazawa crafts. First, let's talk about gold leaf. Maybe you have already seen someone eating soft ice cream with gold leaf on it. In fact, over 99% of Japan's gold leaf comes from Kanazawa. Wow! More than 99% is almost everything. The gold leaf that is used for Kinkakuji Golden Temple in Kyoto was also produced here in Kanazawa, and it is said that gold leaf production in Kanazawa began in the 16th century. It is said that the name Kanazawa literally means gold marsh, comes from the name of an area that was once formed by the earth and sand contained gold dust flowed from a vein of gold. Unfortunately, gold can no longer be extracted in Japan today, and we depend on imports. Here is how to make gold leaf. First, small amounts of silver and copper are added to gold to create an alloy. The alloy is then ground several times until it is only 0.003 of a millimeter, and the result is a special thin sheet of paper. These sheets are then alternately pounded on top of each other. This process produces gold leaf extended to 1/10,000th millimeter. In terms of size, it is like pounding a 10 yen coin measuring approximately 2.5 centimeter into a tatami mat measuring 90 centimeter by 180 centimeter. Now they beat the sheets with a machine, but the process still takes 3 days. When they still did it by hand, it took them 10 days of beating. It's clear why it is so expensive. Gold leaf is not only used for temples such as the Kinkakuji, but also for crafts such as lacquerware and ceramics. Edible gold leaf is also available. By the way, the foil stamping paper that is used to make gold leaf is excellent for exfoliating your skin, and many Japanese women use it for this purpose. Buy some and give it a try if you like. It will take the shine off your face. Other items include products made using kagayuzen, a method of dyeing Japanese kimonos, and painted porcelain kutaniyaki. Ishikawa Prefecture, where Kanazawa is located, is also home to many sake breweries. So be sure to stop by some of the stores that sell sake.